The file names they're assigning each other is just a bunch of A's, but randomized whether or not they're capitalized and with spaces.
All right, looks like we are starting off. So remember that race you just watched between TGH and Flad? Well, we're watching it again, so not really much to explain here other than they're running and jumping.
So this one's gonna be even better.
Yeah.
There are literally 3 things you can do in Celeste. Well, 4. You can move around, you can jump, you can climb, and you can dash. Try to time that there. Didn't really work out as well, but
I give it a 7 out of 10 personally. Bad timing.
we take those.
But yeah, anyway, now we've unlocked the dash ability, so now the runners are going to basically, they're going to use their dash in a bunch of different ways. The first one is called super dashing, which they're going to do right off the bat, which is just canceling a dash with a jump and retaining the momentum. Then you can also do a hyper dash, which is doing the same thing except crouched, and for some reason that gives you extra speed. And then the third one is called the ultra dash, which to perform that you actually just have to cheat. Only cheaters can perform the ultra dash, so we're gonna see it later.
Great explanation. And then also there's wall bounces. You can wall jump off of walls while in a dash, and then you kind of get that wall jump but with the speed of a dash, and that lets you maintain it a little bit further, go a little bit higher, and that's actually used a bunch in City.
Yeah, imagine a wall bounce as being a super jump except from a wall instead of the floor.
Also, yeah, these two just watching it, you can kind of see this trend set for the race. Very minimal mistakes other than that one death from TGH already, but basically just mirror for mirror. That's not an expression, but I think it makes sense. They are just mimicking each other throughout the first chapter.
Thank you, man. Blow for blow, move for move.
Well, I don't know what that means, but...
Like 1.5 seconds apart.
That's another runner who's going to be entering the old site.
Quite an old site.
Yeah.
See, Sushi was actually big braining with that mirror for mirror statement, because he was actually secretly referencing this mirror right here that introduces the main plot, which is the antagonist of the game is being introduced.
Okay, the sync. I like it. I like the sync. Okay.
I like it.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay. Top 2 players here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
TGH starting to pull ahead, but Fladervy is not going to let him. He's going to keep it up as we go into this Badline section. Essentially, Badline will be following you on a 3-second delay. This isn't that much of a problem because we're speedrunners. Why would we go back 3 seconds? That sounds quite slow. You know?
Yeah.
There is, like, I believe 1 room, and then probably a couple more if you're looking at tasks where, like, Battleline doesn't even leave her starting position before the room is cleared. It's like literally impossible to die to her with the strat.
We've got this developer intended shortcut right there that teaches.
We're not quite at that level.
I don't know why there's just a random secret passage just in the middle of that wall there. That completely unassuming wall just has a secret passage.
Yeah, I think that's a glitch. I don't know.
No, it's intended.
Pretty sure that's a glitch.
I don't know why they put it in.
I mean, they could do ultra dashes, so they're probably cheating anyway, but...
Yeah, fair enough. They're just using action replay to go through walls. TGH is probably just changing the rules of the leaderboard to allow them to go through walls.
I'm pretty sure they're game sharking right now.
Yeah.
This is a wake. This is pure movement. There's no obstacles in your way other than the floor and the walls.
Just gotta keep momentum, get some ultras in there. Getting out cleanly.
146 from TGH for that chapter 2. And a 150 from Fladervy.
Making up his slight lead there.
But now we get into the big boy chapters.
This isn't one of the longest chapters, but it has a lot of potential for time loss and gain. This one's at the very start, but can still be one of the biggest, like, settlers for how the pace may be for the majority of the race.
Thanks to the recent works of somebody in the Celeste community, there is now, this chapter actually has something interesting about it now, which is cool. So it's gone from being a really bad chapter with nothing fun about it to a really bad chapter with one fun thing about it. We'll be seeing the new tech towards the end, if you haven't seen it yet, so stay tuned for that. But for the rest of this, it's basically just going through this really annoyingly laid out hotel as fast as possible.
Yep, this place has a bunch of cycles. And although we do have some very good runners here, they might die from time to time, and it's worth noting that if a runner is on what we call a death cycle of a room, it's completely different from the cycle they're used to from when you enter the room. So because of that, they might do a couple of weird things. We might notice them even re-enter the room, possibility, but I wouldn't put it behind these runners if they just completed the entirety of Resort deathless, so.
Yeah, death cycles can be really annoying because obviously having optimized strats, you want to be going for strats that where you can like barely make cycles. But how death cycles work is that you start on the same cycle, but rather than just walking in the room and immediately being free to move, you have like a respawn animation that plays. So you're delayed ever so slightly on the cycle, and that makes a lot of things no longer possible. And so there's like a lot of rooms that if you die and you have to know backup strats for.
Yeah. One of the biggest offenders of death cycles comes in Summit, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So Tej just you abused some bad game programming to essentially jump off of spikes. Spikes only kill you if you're moving towards them, so if you're moving in the same direction the spike is coded in, it doesn't kill you. This is what allows the game to do one-way spikes that you would see in some of the later B and C sides. But it can be abused on walls because there's a pixel where you can interact with it. It's almost like a that thing that they do in Super Mario Brothers, where they like clip a pixel in. The bullet bill glitch, yeah, that.
Liking the sync, though keep in mind Flad does have a slight,
Flad has a Brazilian PC.
Yeah, honestly, he is slightly behind on his in-game timer.
The bad programming thing was a joke. I've met the developers.
Yeah, it's worth paying attention to the in-game timer as they arrive at certain places. So Flad actually has a around 4-second lead right now, which that may completely change when we get to the demo dash, which is the interesting thing we mentioned about this chapter earlier. It's a tech that can be used in a lot of places, but there's a consistent setup for one here, and it does save a lot of time. So a lot of people started going for it recently. Both of these runners should be.
Yep, we'll see. Oh, I want to explain it. We'll see this trick coming up. Essentially, every time you dash, you go into this kind of ball animation, and during that ball animation, you actually have the chance to redirect your dash. About a 3 frame window, something like that. Swing star runners dash down, and they're going to get a ducked hitbox, which is about 2 pixels shorter, as you see Fladervy do there. And with that, you're actually... Wow, that's crazy. But then if you redirect the dash to the left, you'll actually... If you get a pixel perfect dash, you'll be able to phase right through that wall of dust bunnies.
Oh, that death is real bad from TGH.
That's a punishing one for TGH.
This has a lot of really lengthy cycles on it, and it's a very long room.
Also, just to see if the commentator's curse works this game, Fladervy is on a very good resort right now.
Wow, okay, I see how it is siding with TGH. Typical.
I can't believe you would set up for a commentator's curse.
Wow,
dude.
dude.
Proven wrong.
I'm just testing the waters, okay? And turns out the water is quite mucky right now. Not a lot to see. Can you... What's the IL for resort right now?
422, I think. Oh, coming real close to those dust bunnies
This
there.
could be dangerously close. A 424 from Fladervy. That is most definitely a gold for him, I'd like to say.
Yeah, that was
Possibly,
really
but I'm
good
actually
from
not
him.
sure. That's a very good Celestial Resort, though. TGH lagging behind.
Yeah, one very punishing death for him, but the 438 is still an incredibly good time.
This used to be a professional stream until I showed up. Well, what did you expect? Anyway, the runners will be entering Chapter 4 now. Chapter 4, otherwise known as the best chapter in the game. It's very purple. It's very open, and it's got 3 gimmicks. We've got this intense wind, which, well, you might not notice it because, again, they're cheating and they're going fast. But there's also these blue bubbles and these clouds. The normal clouds will bounce you up, and the pink clouds will do the exact same thing, except they disappear when you use them. The blue bubbles kind of work like neutered versions of Donkey Kong Country cannons. You go in it, you hold a direction, and you press X, and you will go out in that direction at 1 dash length. But they only break at 1 dash length. There'll be red bubbles later that will go until they run into something.
Yeah, and those bubbles also give you your dash back after you exit them, so that allows you to get extra like chains of distance in the air.
Shay, I really like your comparisons to other Nintendo games.
Yeah, you want another one? I'm pretty sure Matt developed these clouds specifically to troll Kirby players, because in Celeste you have to click the cloud at the peak of the cloud, but in Kirby you press it at the very bottom.
Yeah, you know, this room reminds me a lot about the Wii Sports boxing game, because I never won. But thankfully both of our runners are doing a very good job here throughout the Golden Ridge. I just want to be hip, come on.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Nice bunny hop from Flad.
Yeah, the gap here between Flad and TGH, Flad has been definitely maintaining it after that one punishing death from TGH in Resort. No auto-scroller death this time for him. About a room's difference between these two runners.
Doing the 6
Yeah, I'd definitely say there's about a Ganon fall of time between them. Neither runner opting to go for the ridiculously stupid and over-the-top second auto-scroller skip. As expected, nobody would actually go for that in a real run.
Just you wait.
Oh yeah, so we're on Cliff Face, by the way. This is the checkpoint that has the very harsh winds. And basically, our runners have to be very resourceful of their dashes, because if they mess up, like Fladervy did there...
That was kinda hot, not gonna lie.
But yeah, if you mess up, walking is not really gonna cut it here. You have to be very concise with your dashes.
Yep,
That might have not been the right word.
Is that you're I think precise is what you meant, but dash speed is not hindered at all by the wind, just your running speed. So if you always have dash speed, well, the wind doesn't exist. So you hear that? Fighter jet pilots, what's your excuse?
Because they like dashing all over the place for some reason.
Fladervy just got a 10:57 Golden Ridge file timer, and I'm pretty sure that's the best pace ever.
That is really good pace.
I think only rivaled by TGH's 10:59 last race, so we're having some high quality Celeste tonight. It's only going to get better as we go into Mirror Temple. I definitely say in terms of this race, if we talk about these runners at their peak, Fladervy definitely has the better late game, as he has the IL world record for the next 3 chapters we will be seeing. However, you know, this is a race scenario, and these 3 chapters do tend to be some of the harder ones.
Yeah, I'd say between the two, Fladervy has really, really strong like tech skill, but TGH has some like really good endurance. He makes it down the stretch.
Are you saying he's a consistency king?
Yeah, he's pretty consistent. He probably got that from playing a
yeet.
Yeah, he probably got that from playing a certain game where if you mess up a single trick, your run's dead. I can't quite name it off the top of my head though. TGH is not opting to go for yeet. Feels bad, man.
I think that game is a tail that's under him, so.
I'm sorry. It's bad.
So Fladervy there attempted DBS, actually did fail it.
Yeah, he did that last race as well. He's been dipping from that trick if he doesn't get it first try, which is completely fair. It's not something you want to get stuck in trying over and over because it is extremely precise, but one attempt doesn't really take that much time. I remember last run, he got a 410 with the death on that trick.
Okay, so right now where the runners are, Madeline gets a nice makeover, and her dash is a lot longer. And then we kill the imposter. Something like that, I think?
So yeah, Madeline turns into the Eye of Cthulhu from Terraria, keeping in theme with our video game reference theme. And now she's basically in hell, except it's not called hell. It's called like...
She's in the nether from Minecraft.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, exactly.
We're gonna go punch some ghasts in the next section. Flad going for a ridiculously hard spike jump there. That it's funny, that one spike jump. You're about to see it on TGH's screen again. Has become like the standard for runners to do. I still can't believe that's a standard thing. So our good friends, the Seekers here, basically how they work is the moment they spot you, like as soon as they have an LOS check, they will turn red and fly towards you. But this can actually be good for you, as their bodies will trigger lock switches when they touch them or pass by them. So by manipulating where they are, you can use them, like Flad right there, to flip the switches for you, get them to do your dirty work. Why play the game when somebody else can play the game for you faster?
That unraveling was ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Fladervy is on a very good tempo right now, excluding the DBS fail. TGH not even clocking him too far behind.
Getting the bunny hop search skip again. Clean.
Yep, Flad there going for a pretty that's a pretty old strat, or not strat, but the skip itself is very old. It was one of the first skips ever discovered for Celeste, but it has been rewritten. The tech has been improved significantly since then.
Okay, and we're almost at the Theo section, which is definitely where we could see some possible mistakes occur. Basically, when Madeline is not practicing climbing her mountains, she is weightlifting because our buddy Theo here is stuck in this crystal, and Madeline is somehow going to find the ability to complete these gyms at light speed and pick him up at the same time.
Are we sure this isn't Doctor Strange we're talking about here?
I'm not positive myself.
I mean, we're in the mirror dimension right now, right?
That is true.
Having a little bit of a sync here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I thought it was a sync. It might have just been a lag spike on the flat side. Yeah, but Theo is probably the most technically hard part of this entire game, because just the fact that you can't dash while holding him, you have to throw him, dash, then jump, and then re-grab him. It's a lot of tech. I'm really bad at it personally, but
a lot of the timings are really precise.
Yeah, it's very precise.
Yeah. Whatever momentum you have when you grab Theo, you keep that momentum. So oftentimes you can just ultra into the ground and then immediately you lose all your momentum. But if you ultra into Theo, you're able to immediately jump and keep that momentum. So it works out. And a 410 temple.
All right, Flat, I see you there with that 410 temple. Not too bad.
A 1510 split on temple.
I mean, he could be faster. I mean,
It's pretty hard. I mean, this is a really good run.
But yeah, anyway, Flat will be moving on to Chapter 6 as well as TGH. Chapter 6... What did I just say? Chapter 6 begins with an introductory to the feather here. And yeah, our friend the feather is pretty cool. I think TG has a small advantage here. Doesn't Flad use, like, keyboard or something? Or he
lake skip.
Yeah, Flad's on keyboard. Nice water lake skip right there.
Yep. Feather movement, this new mechanic we'll see here, as well as these Kevin blocks. But mainly feathers, they work in 360-degree movement, and most players prefer playing this game on the D-pad, which is why keyboard is actually quite a viable option. However, in this chapter, that feather gameplay just feels so much more natural with that analog stick. So Fladervy probably has practiced these feathers for a while here, with that only 4 directions at his disposal.
Yeah, generally when you ask people, like, what are the differences with keyboard in this game and stuff like that, like, is it a good controller? It's like, well, yeah, it's pretty good, it's just feathers are bad. But yet, all the keyboard top runners I see have better movement than I do on analog. It's like, it's completely doable. It just takes a lot of time to get used to.
Honestly, my advice for anybody who's struggling with keyboard controls in this game is to just adapt. Forehead.
But yeah,
anyways, bumpers!
Yeah.
Bumpers, yeah. You ready to play some pinball?
I am so ready to play some pinball, dude. That's my favorite Nintendo game.
Dude, can I get a Celeste pinball table? Somebody make that.
That would be really dope, actually. That would be real. Has this been an idea that's been made before? A Celeste pinball table? That'd be really cool. Anyways, they bounce out in one direction. They're really finicky from a speedrunner perspective because the way they bounce out is kind of predictable, but as a speedrunner, we like things to stay consistent every single run. And when you know you're just 1 pixel too low, you can get a different angle bounce and it throws a lot off. But our runners know how to adapt to those quite well. You get used to it.
TGH having to do a little bit of a backup strat there, just due to the fact that he got sent a little bit higher than he would like to, not getting full distance. But like you mentioned, it's not too big of a problem for them.
Okay, and coming in here. Yeah, I got that too. Anyways,
Gaming bot sending me the race room.
for the game 3 that totally isn't rigged to happen.
Dude, this is all scripted.
I can't believe it.
Third ravine skip from Fladervy here. That's probably one of the more important things you don't want to die on. We'll see TGH attempting it here too. These are developer-intended holes in this map that you can fall through. However, if you die, you're sent back. Not quite to the top, but after the Kevin block, so...
It's like over 10 seconds still, I believe. Kind of bad.
If you die on the last one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if you die on the last one, which is the most difficult one. We're going for battle line boost here. We already make it through.
Very nicely done. Getting our Hey Yaz in. Confronting myself, possibly my favorite song in the Celeste OST, as we'll head into what we like to call the other badline phase, or part of the run. That isn't the old site part. It's more of a traditional boss fight where platformer boss fights, are usually kind of weird, but here it's surprisingly because we're gonna hit her a lot more than 3 times. I know we compared Nintendo games, you gotta hit Bowser 3 times, whatever it might be. We'll be hitting battle line a lot of times with these screens.
One of my favorite things from a design standpoint about this fight is that it gets more fun the faster you try to go. That's how you make a platforming boss fight. This right here, this is good game design. If you're a game developer and you lock your platformer in a room and want them to battle a boss fight, you're designing your game wrong. Just giving you a heads up on that.
That Ultra Chef from Fladervy. Oh, and he goes for the other one. Full Fladervy in the room.
I can't handle this.
Ultra Strat not working out, just randomly does the other one. Alright, that works.
Yeah, Fladervy does have quite the lead here, even though we still have about 10 minutes of gameplay to go. And there's a lot of room for error coming up, but this is very convincing gameplay out of Fladervy. He wants this game 3.
Oh no, now that you said that. Hold up, I gotta counterbalance it. TGH is about to have the best come from behind victory ever. He's been taught in the ways by Blake Bortles. And
out of nowhere, bye-bye, in the back!
You can't curse it. Already scripted. Don't even try to commentator's curse it. Just let it happen. Vlad is still on an amazing Chapter 6.
Yeah, only one real mistake for Fladervy, even though TGH had more minor mistakes throughout Hollows. Both of them are doing exceptionally.
He's had enough things go well that he can make up for that one death.
I can't believe they brought in the Russo brothers to script this. This is the most convincing crossover I've seen since Infinity War.
Yeah, we'll be coming up here. We're almost at the end of the battling section here. We only have 2 very long rooms. Commentators, because these can be very punishing if you die in them, and it can definitely change the lead of a race. Although they are very simple in terms of their inputs, it can be difficult, not very difficult, but punishing is the better word to put it.
Keep in mind, it looks really close because they are on the same screen, but TGH's in-game timer is a lot, different from Flad's. So, while they're getting into that room at the same time, Flad is still over 20 seconds ahead.
Yep, hopefully we should be getting a sync once they both enter Chapter 7. We won't get one until then because usually it's advisable to sync after you load into a chapter because they might stay on the menu for a different amount of time or there might be different load times, etc., etc.
Fladervy needs a 336 summit to get the world record here.
You mean 836?
836, I apologize.
336 summit, alright.
336 summit, no. This is an incredibly good one from Fladervy. Let's try not to focus on it, and let's keep our eyes on the prize here, as both of our runners are going to be heading to summit. We should get a sync coming up any time about now. The summit is about a 9-minute long chapter. We have 2 dashes. If you thought 1 dash was hard, and if you thought that was going fast, wait till we have 2. This game is incredible, as we get that nice inspirational music pumping in our ears. Fladervy and TGH, Game 2... I'm hyped.
Let's just hope he keeps his eye on the prize. Hopefully, the worst thing that could happen is nerves ends up choking him this lead. So, he's just got to stay focused, keep the pace out of his head until it's over, because there is a lot on the line here.
And of course, there's no reason to get overexcited now. The summit is the hardest chapter and the longest chapter in the game. Anything can happen, not even for any PBs, just for the race in general. There's a lot to go. The summit is about 1/3 of the Any percent speedrun, so...
Yeah, it is far from over entering this chapter.
This is quite an intense race. I can't believe it. None of us can believe it. M-Sushi's Discord messages can't believe it. So we're definitely going to be seeing a fantastic race, hopefully. Summit is crazy, both in a tech standpoint and also the fact that it's just really lengthy. But you're going to see some crazy strats that if I tried to call out every single one of them, I wouldn't ever stop talking, and I'd probably be out of breath and dead by the end of this race. There's just so many cool tricks you can do with ultra dashes, and the fact that you have 2 dashes lets you do so much. Like, for example, once we get to the next section with the dream blocks, you can now hyper dash out of dream blocks. You could always do that, but you wouldn't have a dash before, but now you do. So you're just going to see the runners flying.
And we're going to be...
Out of sync there.
We're slowly but surely syncing up as it goes on. Shout out to the Speed Gaming staff behind the scenes, making this all possible.
Thank Mr. Cyclone.
Dream block double jumps from Fladervy. He is flexing right now.
So you can, like you can hyper, you can also just do a normal jump out of those dream blocks. And with quick inputs, usually either with insane mashing or with just 2 jump buttons, you can jump twice out of the dream blocks in the little time window that it gives you to jump. And you can kind of see either with audio, like you can hear the noise twice, or you can just see the dust, not twice.
Very clean summit so far from Fladervy, going to 1,500. Many consider this the hardest section of Celeste Any percent. Has some very ruthless cycles, and deaths here are very costly in some rooms. However, I'm sure he's been practicing up for a run like this. Fladervy. Let's see how it goes.
We're coming up to the room. TM.
Making a
The
very
triple ultra
difficult
room.
cycle there.
Oh my gosh, this is... Ooh, I can't handle this.
Triple ultra from Fladervy. That's 3 of them right there. You can count them. And we are officially synced in the 1,500 meter section.
Oh my gosh.
So now
Fladervy
the difference that you're seeing in their rooms is actually real now. So this is how far they are apart.
Did TGH die there in the long dust bunny room?
I don't think it was super far in, but I'm
No. That is a very long room to die in.
Refreshing my stream, I didn't get to see, sorry. Alright, Fladervy escaping the clutches of 15,800. Not a single death from Flad.
TGH messed up the triple ultra room. Flad has a very substantial lead right now.
He went back in and back out and backed it up quickly, but it's still time to be lost.
When we're in the summit, it's seconds that matter here, as we saw down in that last race. The runners were single digits apart from each other going into 3,000 meters.
Wow, making it so quickly up out of that gap. That was a really well-timed hyper.
Auto throw skip from Fladervy, not a problem. This man does not need to grab that block.
I can't believe he's doing a forward dash and still getting it ledge grabless. That's crazy.
Good lord, what am I watching?
Getting the auto score skip there that time, not giving him any trouble.
Both runners in the Chapter 4 segment. 2,000 meters. We got the wind on our backs. Flad. Ooh. Okay, good.
It's very tense right now.
I don't know what to say. I feel like I should just shut up and watch.
Yeah, my heart is beating fast for both of our runners here because this race means a lot.
I hope he is not shaking as badly as I am.
I know, I'm just watching. Going into 2,500 Fladervy, only 2 more subsections of the summit to go here. This section notably...
Ultra instinct.
This section most notably has a very notable skip. It's called door skip. Projected to save about 9 years. I don't know if it's been properly timed or not.
I don't even think we've had time to time that. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I don't think the game's been out for that long, but here's key skip. A nice little small spike jump. There's a small spot where that spike does not cover that wall. Able to get that key.
Kind of weird that a trick about getting a key is called key skip, but whatever.
Yeah, that is... I don't know. We have some interesting names in the Celeste community.
Alright,
like,
here's Thread the Needle. That's another trick.
That's a good name.
Door skip. Fladervy gets the first one. Looking for the second one. He's gonna get it. Fladervy, he's been having an absolutely insane run, an absolutely insane summit. He's just gonna need this 3,000 meter to close it out. Oh, that wall bounce, that's swag. I can't do this, dude. Right into that red bubble. Fladervy. What does he need?
Fladervy needs your energy right now, Twitch.
He needs your energy. He needs a 250 2,000 meter.
Reach your hands to the sky. Give him all of your energy. I want some give, please. Take energy.
TGH, door skip. Doesn't it matter? Has the damage been done?
I am in.
Shay, Flare Bear.
I don't know. I just.
The 3,000 meter section, very fast paced. We're gonna be seeing winds. Normally they're only left and right. This time we're so high up, they're going up and down. This is crazy. The downdraft section. We need to gain a lot of height really fast. However, we have gravity against our side here. That wind is pushing us down. Lots of wall bounces, lots of very precise dashes.
I am nearly unable to speak.
Fladervy died their last run. He's not gonna have that same mistake push him down. And he is looking poised to have this run in the grasp, on his fingertips. TGH too, he's been playing an okay summit other than a couple of hiccups in 1.5k. There's no doubt that these are the two best Celeste runners, but their order might be changed after this race, honestly.
Yeah, Flad is just stealing the show right now, man.
Flag 14. Huh. This is tense. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to risk it.
I'm just watching, dude. Oh my gosh.
We can exhale out of flag 13. Very punishing flag. Has ended a couple of runs before. Fladervy is not letting it happen this time. Going for that swag strat. This is crazy. Eyes on the prize indeed. Fladervy there. Flag 10 is not necessary. He has his eyes already on flag number 9. Up through the spikes. Oh, he missed it! How much time that cost, I did not know. Gets the wall bounce on the second try. This is what we mean. Every mistake matters.
It's okay. It's okay.
He has 2 more screens to go. Ladies and gentlemen, count down these flags. Get your hype out. TGH certainly not even on a bad run either, but eyes on Fladervy here. Last screen. Flag number 5. Does not need it. Wall bounce up to flag number 4. He's not going to get it! Fladervy!
Okay, he
does not go on the thing.
Holy moly. This is super intense. I can't believe this is actually happening. Flag going for the feather.
Some bad mistakes. Flag number 3. Dashing right through. Any little mistake right now, that's what we're looking at. He needs to be playing very well for these last 2 flags. Flag number 2 gets the refresh gem off the spring. Wall bounce in these refresh gems. He is so incredibly close. Flag number 1, Fladervy. Will he get a new Celeste Any world record?
Come on, he's got it.
Come on.
29:35 is the time to beat. And it's Fladervy.
Let's go.
29:32, 31.
We have a new world record, boys.
New world record.
I can't believe it.
What is happening?
He did it, dude. He did it.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it.
And TGH too, he's beating 3rd place! We've been looking at Fladervy the whole time, but TGH, this is no game 3 to sleep on.
Oh my gosh, what just happened?
Oh my god. Exhale, people.
30-01.
Think of the feather.
Oh my god.
Think of the feather, people. How is a game 3 gonna live up to this hype? How? Despite a couple of probably nervous mistakes in the summit, Fladervy still managed to clutch out a 29-31. I don't know about you, Shane Flair, but
that is a huge PB from him. But a run like that from him, he has had it a long time coming, honestly.
Yeah, that is
really
an over 20-second
so
PB.
Much more than you would ever know.
And I think that's probably the first time someone other than TGH has held the world record for almost months now.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this means? It means The ping pong champion has finally been defeated after 5 months. It's
yeah,
over.
first since YP, right?
Somebody
Yeah.
finally beat TGH at ping pong. It's happened.
That is incredible.
Good lord, I cannot believe this just happened, and it's not even the end yet. We
We're
still
not.
have
We have another race, people. We have another
one to
race.
go, boys.
I have to say, I did not expect anything like this to come out of this race. Despite how good they are, they actually are still blowing my mind. What was his time on Summit, like the Summit IO? Like an 8:32?
8:32, I think.
Oh
That
my
sounds about
gosh.
right.
What a lord. There's the game version, 1.2.4.1. There it is.
And as a quoted from Fladervy in the Celeste Discord, WTF just happened. I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
Well, now I'm in a world record video.
Hi,
It's all
YouTube.
all according to plan.
Okay, well, I don't think about you guys, but I think we all need a break. Fladervy, commentators chat, we could all use a break before this game 3, so. Want to take a deep breath, get a snack, use the bathroom, going into game 3 first. Our new world record holder, Fladervy, and now, this feels so wrong, but second place, TGH. Wow. Okay.
Whew, all right. Okay, I think we could all take a little bit of a breather. That just happened. Dear Lord. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a small break here, but don't go anywhere because we got the legendary Game 3 coming up soon, everybody. If you leave this Twitch chat, you're dead to me forever. Do you understand that?
You're also intentionally missing out on some of the, if not the most exciting Celeste I've ever seen. That's not only an incredible race to watch, but that run in itself is actually a history-making run. Seriously.
I understand. You were watching the 2 most beta gamers of all time become alpha gods during this race. Understand that. They have transcended what it means to be an alpha gamer. Flad getting world record in a race. Speed Gaming Bot coming in with clutch, linking me. I like it. I like it. Oh, did it again. Did it twice. This is truly peak Celeste. That's a great pun, by the way, because, you know, we're climbing a mountain. And, you know, the peak. Okay. It wasn't funny. The only beta in this chat is Shay. That's incorrect. I'm also a world record holder. Not for this game, but for a much more not good speed game. Let's see if TGH can claim vengeance during Game 3.
In and out. In and out.
Inhale through the mouth, exhale for the nose. Or wait, actually, it's the other way around. I don't know. I'm bad at sports.
There's definitely a lot of capital A's in my mind after that race.
Going into race. we could have advertised it as world record holder versus second place. But now it's second place versus world record holder.
Wait, but it's Flad versus TGH. You got it backwards there.
Doesn't matter. I don't know.
Trick was to hide chat all along.
Fladervy there, telling his secrets. For TGH, it was macros, but for Fladervy, it was hiding chat.
Yeah. TGH might not take this sitting down, though. He might have to change the leaderboard rules just to give himself world record. Kappa.
That was a joke.
It's a nice filler commentary. Do you want to talk about Not Celeste for a minute?
Non-Celeste?
Yeah. How's your day going, Shay?
It's pretty good. My brother just got married yesterday. Was out of town for a wedding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, came at just in time. Got back to the house just in time to commentate world records. The classic.
That's a pretty hype transition.
Yeah.
So much exciting stuff going on.
Pretty hype weekend. Race runs.
Race runs are now banned.
All right, ban switch runs. Check. Ban race runs. Check.
Or you can just also ban keyboard. That'd take out a lot of competition in one
just
swoop.
ban keyboard.
Banter aside, I believe that's only his second sub 30 run too, right? Maybe his third, I don't know.
Third.
But
Yes.
yeah, that's...
He went
Jesus.
from 54 to 52 to 31.
Oh,
like I
yes.
said,
Isn't that just like proof that those time gates are really just mental blocks? Because it took him like 20 runs to break sub 30. Then the next 3 runs after that, boom, world record. Just bam, bam, bam.
I mean,
it's
he
like-
definitely had a lot of attempts in between
Yeah.
after getting the sub 30.
But it's like, it's definitely a mental block thing. Like getting past those big barriers. Because I feel like when you get to those runs that you know are going to be sub 30, you start to choke up because you're like, wow, this is sub 30, I can't believe it. But then if you've already done sub 30 before you get to the sub 30 pace runs, you're like, oh, okay, just another sub 30.
That's really true. And I suspect
That's what
that
happened.
kind of reasoning will actually begin to enable other people to get closer to this time as well. There's a lot of really close people to the sub 30 barrier.
My heart rate still has not gotten down yet. I don't... I love those kind of nerd chill,
you were
nerd hype
shoutcasting.
moments. I was, dude.
You were getting in there. You were going for it.
Yikes.
Hey, I mean, this is a tournament best of 3 for a reason.
That is true. Also, it's worth noting, I guess we can talk about the overall bracket. This is the upper bracket semifinals. When we're looking at how this affects the tournament overall, the winner is going to head into the upper finals match against Oddbod, who is the current third place runner right now. A lot of talent coming off these 2 matches, and the loser is going to face Sushi in the lower bracket. So
I don't know who that guy is. He kind of sounds annoying, though.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of talent here. Like, it's so weird that the winner gets to play third place and the loser has to play that guy. I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah,
who he is.
I just looked him up. He's only 4th place, so that's pretty weird.
Only 4th. Typical beta gamer.
So yeah, out of this series, we're going from a match from 1st to 2nd place to a match from whatever place to 3rd place and whatever place to 4th place. So yeah, if you're not following the Celeste tournament already, you can type !Celeste in the chat and do that. Yeah.
Is this not the finals? No. Although, you know, this is our number 1 and number 2 seed. They just facing off early. In my grand prediction chart that is under tight wraps, I have these 2 facing each other again in finals, but sorry, Sushi.
That's pretty weird. I don't know. Seems pretty sus to me.
Yeah.
TH actually wrote out the whole script as he's He doesn't change the rules because he's already had the sub 29 written out in the grand finals in the Fladervy versus TGH rematch.
Yeah, dude, that's when you know, TGH is gonna gather up all 6 Infinity Stones to get the sub 29.
Get the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, dude. He's just gonna snap flat out of existence.
Just some quick information I've collected. So, the last time, TGH has held the any% world record since the world record was at his 32:43, which is over 2 minutes of difference since what the world record just was not long ago. So that is over 2 minutes of time improvement that he's held on to it.
Did you say 32 or 31? I apologize.
32:43.
Okay. Wouldn't that be 3 minutes then? Or am I missing something?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
just checking.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's even more, and that is a span of time since I believe May or March, which is
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Did the race happen or this post? We're currently waiting for game 3. The score is currently 1-1. Fladervy just got world record for any percent in his game 2. And now we're moving on to the ultimate, the grand game that we've all been waiting for. Round 3, Fladervy versus TGH, commentated by the one and only legendary Three Musketeer group of Flair, Bear, Sushi, and some guy named Shay. I don't know who that is.
Hey, I said it was over 2 minutes. It was 3 minutes and 8 seconds. That's still over 2 minutes. You can't.
You're right.
Fun of me. You can't make fun of me.
And just some inside intel in case you're holding your bladder or something because you're just so hyped this game. We have an estimated about 5 minutes from staff and runners, so do anything you need to before we get to possibly the hype Celeste race to ever exist.
The finals are going to have a hell of a time trying to top that run. What they don't know is that I'm going to make a come from the behind entrance and show them all a new tech that actually just skips Summit. They can't match it.
True pure any percent?
Yes.
I was considering actually possibly in one of my tournament races because while you're in Pico 8 you don't actually lose time. So you could actually just play a casual game of Pico 8 mid-run and since use IGT. But I don't want to give anyone ideas before they ban it, so...
Who got world record? Fladervy did. Honestly, I don't know why assist mode or those cheat codes are banned in any percent. Any percent means any percent. It means that you should do whatever's fastest. Who cares? Why would you ban certain things in the game from being used in any percent? Any percent means any percent.
Okay, actually, while we're still here, I'm actually going to assume that a lot of people have been sharing the stream based off the last moment, so I just want to do a quick recap of what's happened in the past 2 hours. This is Fladervy versus TGH. This is a winner's semifinal match of this Celeste Any Tournament tournament here. We start off with 128 players. This is a top 8 match. Fladervy and TGH are first and second place now respectively, but before going into this, TGH had about a 20-second lead over Fladervy's PB. Going into game 1, they had about a 20-second difference with TGH finishing as a 30.05 and Fladervy at a 30.22. The second race ended up TGH finishing at a 30.02, I believe. Something like that. So somewhere in that ball, 20, some below 30. And Fladervy getting a new world record of 29.31. And we're going into a game 3 right now to decide the series. Very hype stuff. Again, as Shay stated earlier, we're here with the ungodly TriCast of Shay, Sushi, and Flair Bear. So, yeah.
Truly the greatest commentary. Yeah, why would you just arbitrarily... Haha, I see what you did there. Good job, good pun. See, it's funny because it has ARV in it.
It wasn't funny.
Alright, it looks like the runners are generating their new files. So, Twitch chat, all 402 of you that have come to watch this amazing Game 3, I hope you're ready.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't think I'm ready either.
Is anyone ready? Chat, can we get like the SpongeBob intro? Like, are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm not gonna continue that. A little bit too far, even for me.
Oh!
I still blame M Sushi for this. Okay, no one is ready.
No
Yeah, now I see the resounding no's from the chat. We're telling the runners the match is canceled. No one is ready.
Yeah, alright. Okay, I see.
So before we get into this match, let's just ask chat a couple of things. Okay, chat. Who do you think will win this race? Where do you think the big key will be inside of Summit? And
Oh my
wait,
God.
that's the wrong game.
Wrong game. I know we're on speed gaming, but
Well, how long do you think it'll take to get to Chaos? Wait, no, that's the wrong game too. Crap.
let's do a quick in-chat survey. What are some good emotes? What are some good like neutral emotes? How about let's get a pump if you believe Fladervy will win game 3 and a Franker Z if you think TGH will win third game. I want to quickly gauge chat here. What you guys think?
Can we also get a forehead if you think Shay will win game 3?
We better not see any foreheads.
Ooh, pretty split. A lot of Pog
Oh,
champs.
a lot of podcasts, a lot of Franker Z's.
Hey, Rock's coming in there. Rox believes in me.
All right, and can I get a punch trees if you think the game would be better without commentary? And all three of us should leave the voice chat.
Everybody better punch trees right now.
Here we go. So we're getting our file name set up.
Let me see what the gamers are saying about. Nope, they haven't said anything to each other.
So I think we're just about to get into it. TGH versus Fladervy, game 3. What started out as the world record holder versus second place ended up being second place versus world record holder. I said that before, and I think I still got the wrong order, but you guys
you said
know
it backwards
the
twice.
NA commentary.
You get the point.
Rox is bullying me in the
Alright,
chat.
I think they're about to start. Let me get Cyclone to change the layout.
They have the same file name? Is this even legal?
Ah, world record. Rise and shine, gamers. It is time to get this bread. Who will be the early birds get the early worm?
Who will claim
Worm.
victory royale in this intense Fortnite match? Stay tuned for next time. I'm sorry, you can all leave now. I apologize.
Here we are, round 20 of the 20th of a 20-round Mario Party game, and Fladervy has just landed on the chance time square.
Oh,
Anything
no.
can happen.
You're my least favorite kind of person.
It would have been a really funny joke for me to leave the voice chat, but the stream won't hear the Discord disconnect noise anyway.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.